Good evening, everyone, and welcome to BSRTV. Thank you for joining us on another Thursday evening. My name is Andrew Woodhouse, along with Alex Simpson for this round 16, 17 and 18 of the Engine All Direct Touring Car Championship. Alex, Donington Park is upon us here. Good meeting at Summit Point last week. We had thrills and spills. We had two last lap battles for the lead. What do you expect to see at this classic British circuit?
Yeah, I think we're going to see some great battles. Actually, we've got to keep an eye out for the off tracks. Just another series that we kept a close eye on. It's having some very major issues with the off tracks. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. It's cost a lot of people some time in practice and things like that as well. We've got our co-commentator Adam Barth just up on the screen at the moment, obviously competing in this one, so we'll keep a close eye on him. That's what's going to be fun as he just chops in front of someone there. Have it.
Yeah, it looks like he's having fun out there, Adam, with his Aston Villa livery. Keep an eye out for him. I must admit, Alex, quite a few people got disqualified during the V8s when I was racing here, so it's definitely a risk with the track limits. So, in the championship standings, just quickly, Simon Field, he leads by 41 points, but he does not take the green flag today. Andreas Katz is second, and he'll be hoping to extend that lead. He's 41 points behind currently, so this race will be all about getting into the championship lead. David Baker is in third. He has exactly 1,000 points, and just 6 points behind him, actually coming back into the championship fight. We said it might have been a three-horse race. Is Daniel Hunt, 994 points, with Ashley Blake Hood, Alex, the AM leader, in fifth.
Yeah, Ashley's having a great season, actually. 5th place overall and winning the AM Championship. So keep an eye on him, see how he goes in this race. Yeah, I'd like to see him try and get in there and mix it in the top 10 in this first race.
Indeed. Ashley Sutton on pole position. Quite appeared for the start. Yeah, there he is. And then Rob Plumley alongside him. Alexander Smolensky and Daniel Hunt on row 2. Row 3 is Ben Palmer and Andreas Katz. Robert Fagg in 7th, David Baker 8th, Pete Newman 9th, and rounding up the top 10 is Russell Laidler. We'll keep an eye out for Adam Bath, 18th. Good qualifying for him as the revs are rising here. The green light is on at Donington Park for round 16. Good start from Smolensky, Alex.
Yeah, I could just about get the inside line there. Don't know where the cameras are pointing.
Sutton's lost it. Sutton's lost it, and Smolensky, I think that's a slowdown penalty. He went over the inside of the first corner. Ashley Sutton, unlucky for him. There's an Oculus car massively sideways, Alex. Overcast conditions, treacherous.
Yeah, we didn't touch on the weather, actually. Very slippy out there.
Team Carnage car massively off at the old hairpin. That is Ashley Blake Hood. He hasn't hit anything. Sutton's off again. I think he's got another slowdown.
Going from bad to worse for pole sitter. Where is he now? Down in 23rd place right now. Robert
Plumley, whose kryptonite was this overcast race, he's got off to a terrific start, Alex. He's in tremendous form.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he had that second place followed by a win, and I know he's been doing well in other series as well, and here he is right now. It's just storming it.
Through the chicane, Alex, big sausage curbs there. That's the test, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of in previous races around here. We've seen a lot of people bouncing all over them. 2 wheels on 2 wheels to it. There's a little battle going on further back. Is that between Steve Walker? Is it?
It's Baker. In there. It's Baker coming up the inside of Paul Smith. So they're teammates battling. And actually, Steve Walker's going to go through on Smith. And is he going to go through on Baker? I think they're just they're almost fighting too hard to stay behind David Baker. They nearly crashed into each other.
Yeah, they've got to be careful.
And here's Plumley. I think he had a slowdown penalty.
Yeah, it looks like a slowdown.
And he's relinquished the lead, and about 10, 12, 15. Oh, God, more. Tons of places. Oh, and Smith's gone.
What was that from Smith? That was very odd. He just suddenly looked like he almost hit a brick wall there and just went sideways. But look at the time that lost Plumley. I mean, he's probably lost about 7 seconds there. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Ashley Sutton's still in the race, 24th place. He'll be hoping for a much cleaner race than last week. Plumley's massively down. Be gutted with that, Alex. He's had such a good... And look at Daniel Hunt now. Smolensky made a slight mistake, I think. and Hunt's right there as we go into Redgate.
Yeah, and Hunt was the fastest man across the line that time by as well, and it looks like Ben Palmer and Pete Newman having a little battle there as well. Looks like Newman's going to have to concede that spot. Got Robert Fagg right behind him as well, so Carnage guys doing well, and their teammate Ashley Blake Hood just picked up a place as well, up to 15th.
Good to see Ben Palmer, Alex, back up at the front. He's showing what he can do here. Such a strong run last season. I think he was in the top 5 in points. I'm not exactly sure about that. I'm sure Adam can tell us that later, but Pete Newman in P4's having a look at him now, and there's a scrap for the lead, Alex, as they go onto the back straight for the third time.
Smolenski very, very wide there, and it's going to cost him. He's lost the inside line through the chicane. He can't hold it round here, but it's very, very tight. Looks like Smolenski decides not to try it this time. In fact, he's going for a...
Oh, he's gone for the undercut. Brilliant.
Brilliant. Actually, defensive manoeuvre there. He's going to have to go around the outside of Hunt.
Has he got the speed? No. We saw the Oculus cars, Alex, have great straight line speed in the previous 2 rounds. They're showing it again, and behind them, very late on the brakes, was Ben Palmer. He may even get a slowdown for that. He went very tight across the inside grass.
Looks
I think he's got away with it.
Yeah, it looks like he's got away with that, and yeah, those guys getting very racy behind, just trying to find a bit of clear track. And who have we got behind Robert Fagg? That's Russell Laidler just there, and then Stephen Burke as well. So the Pete Newman media cars slowly working their way up. Of course, they're down a man this weekend, or this week, sorry. Yeah.
Simon Field, the championship leader, not appearing, so he'll be hoping that Katz and Baker, who are actually battling over 8th and 9th, that's Oculus 360 and Lugnuts as well. 8th and 9th places as Daniel Hunt stretching his legs down the back straight. Again, that straight line speed, Alex.
I missed what happened to Katz. Is it just not quite got the pace here? But I mean, 8th place. We're not used to seeing him here on the first race.
Like he got shuffled back a bit at the start, didn't he? And not really recovered as.
Looks like Robert Fagg got a slow exit there. He's coming under pressure from Laidler into turn 1. Around the outside. Is he going to make the stick very, very tricky around there? He's going to get run out wide. Keeps it on.
I'm guessing Russell's raced here in real life, Alex, so he'll be looking to use all that experience here if he has. Yeah, races in a Golf GTI. Quite good success, I think, last season for him. Off goes a couple of people outside the old hairpin again. Some terrific camera angles here, Alex. It's night and day from Summit Point, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got one, however, that just seems to plant itself in the into the garage, and you can't see nothing, which is a bit odd. As we saw at the start, it went green, and then it just switched to that. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what that is. So something for them to work out for sure.
A couple of different lines there through the right-hander.
Just watching
Smolenski and Hunt.
I was just watching Jay Wright for a moment. He was, but he's just lost a little bit of gap. But yes, Smolenski just lost a little bit of ground. He's coming under pressure from Palmer now. Palmer moved away from Pete Newman just a little bit, and they're all off the track further back. I think that's David Baker just behind Katz. It was indeed, and into turn 1. Palmer having a look. Turns Smolenski, uses the front wheel drive correctability, shall we say, of this Ford of this Kia. And yeah, just back on the straight and narrow, but loses a place to Pete. Newman has a look at the inside of Pete, but can't get through.
Newman defended. He slammed the door shut there on Smolenski, and well, if we know one thing about Smolenski, he's going to follow this big crash behind Alex.
Oh, that's one of the Pete Newman's got.
Newman and Laidler. So it's Stephen Burke and Laidler going off quite high speed there through Swans Curve, and yeah, they're lucky they didn't hit anyone else, as there's quite a big gap behind Ellie Stevens now, isn't there? There's 5 seconds to Paul Smith. Then it's Ashley Blake Hood, who was second at Summit Point in the final race. He just looks like he hasn't got any pace at all. Golden Wilson, Jim Flanagan, Jay Wright, Marcio Amado, and Andrew Whitehead, and then John Roberts. So Ashley Sutton is 26th. He's going backwards, I think.
Yeah, he can't really make any progress. I wonder if he keeps getting those off-track penalties. Punishing here, and you know, I've spoke about it before, but you know, it's how it should be. You shouldn't be allowed to drive all over the track here, there, and everywhere. You know, if you do, then you get punished. Oh, 2 wheels. manages to make it stick as long as it wasn't another slowdown.
Very late on the
away with that
brakes. Might lose him a position to Scott Malcolm. Doesn't look like Scott's got the straight line speed to do anything about it, but Sutton, yeah, I think you're probably right. He's just probably getting caught out with slowdowns behind Eckhart von Glan. Be interesting to see if he catches John Roberts again this week, Alex.
Yeah, exactly.
And Daniel Hunt leads by 1.1 seconds. And Ben Palmer, though, chasing him down. Been really, really good. 108.582 last time for Hunt. Let's see this time. Across the line we go. 108.561 and a 108.1 for Ben Palmer. Alex, he's flying out there. That's quicker than he went in practice. In fact, it's quicker than he went in qualifying.
That is the new fastest lap of the race as well. So great lap from him. Really trying to close in on Palmer at this point. You have to think it's only going to be a couple of laps. So last, say, 7 or 8 laps are going to be really, really tough for Dan Hunt out there.
He'd qualify 5th. That lap would have put him 2nd on the grid. To do that in the race is pretty damn impressive. And Pete Newman now, having got by Robert Fagg and Smolensky, is now struggling to keep those 2 guys behind him.
Yeah, he needs to sort of tag onto the back of Palmer. He's just a little bit far away to catch the draft. And talking about Palmer, he's just 0.3 of a second behind Dan Hunt. So this has been another great lap. Has a little look into the chicane, thinks better of it, tucks back in. I'm sure he's going to be in range for the next lap and takes a whole load of curb, but the car just handles it perfectly.
That Carnage car seems to be working really, really well. And one thing that Palmer, we know he's got commitment. And
we've got some serious battles going on further back, Andrew, here. Into turn 1, we've got, I think that's Russell Laidler. Kraft was side by side with someone there as well. Steve Walker, those two were battling as well. So, yeah.
Hefford's in there as well.
It was Hefford, with the Optus car with Rusty there. So
Hefford's going to have a look in the old hairpin on Laidler. Not quite. Ellis Stevens having a good run. Seems to have got his mojo back last few weeks. Had a good Rose Series. He got a good pace at Barber, didn't he?
Yeah, he's had a good couple of races in that series actually. So good solid finishes at Iowa and then again at Barber, I believe. So yeah, that's the kind of thing that helps you push on. I mean, 14th place at the moment. Setting himself up. Well, actually, what he really needs to do is drop a place, doesn't he? Get himself.
Well, he does. But we're not going to. We don't encourage that behaviour. As we don't encourage the Alan menu, as I believe it's known in the industry. So.
This looks very tight up ahead. Look at these four cars that is just behind.
Hefford and Laidler.
That is, yeah, Hefford Laidler continue it again, and 2 Pete Newman cars there of Kraft and Burke. Oh, there's a bit of bumper rubbing going on there.
I think Hefford tapped Laidler, and then I think he got tapped through into the position by Daniel Kraft. So I think Kraft just knocked him past Laidler as the side by side through the old hairpin Laidler's car, squirming underneath him. And terrific driving by all these guys not to crash it.
I need to jump back up front a little bit. Yes, Smolensky just 2/10 behind Newman again, but Robert Fagg getting very, very close this time. You have to think he's going to get a run into that chicane.
Yeah, Team Carnage looking for the win, but also looking to try and get on the podium with 2 drivers. Robert Fagg having a look up the insides. He's going to try and do a switch back on Smolensky. Is he going to do the same move? That's Smolensky. Yeah, it was poorly judged by Robert Fagg there. Didn't capitalise at all on his chance.
Yeah, he got the line absolutely terrible as we see the worst camera on iRacing.
Dave Baker in 7th. Alex, not bad from him. Only qualified 8th. It's maybe not his best circuit.
Yeah, no, but like you say, I'm trying to think actually in the season when he won it. Did he... I don't think he featured that strongly here then, actually. So
I think it might have been crashed off. I can't remember fully, but
I mean, the important thing is he's there. He's in front of. Well, sorry, he's not in front of. He's right behind Katz. So he's not losing too many points overall in the championship.
No, he's 90 points behind Katz though. So he just needs to start beating him again pretty soon. Still a long way to go though, Alex. Half the season has gone, half the season's still to go, as Murray Walker would say. But you know, Dave Baker needs to rediscover maybe some of that pace that he really had, you know, last season, and that we see him doing the VLN series as well. He's got terrific pace in that.
Yeah. Just having a look now, Dan Craft around the outside of Russell Legler. Katz puts the fastest lap of the race in, so he's finding some form, and that's a great move from Craft. Surely
he's hit him though on the way through, so that might have slowed him down. Tap the rear end, and look at Stephen Burke now. We're going to get 3 wide action, not quite. Round the outside goes Craft, no room there through Redgate corner. Down the corner curves now. And Craft looking, but surely there's no room for a pass.
Yeah, Layden defending very, very well there, just planting his car on the apex and making sure he doesn't overrun it. Very, very difficult to get past when a driver just nails that like that.
Yeah, he's putting the car exactly where he needs to. Bending that P11.
Front started to really spread out a bit now. The top 4 cars all separated by a second each, so yeah, Robert Fagg actually still quite close on Smolinski, but we'll stick with this little battle with Craft and Laidler just for the moment. Closest battle on the track.
The only other thing is Ashley Blake Hood's got into 15th place. He is catching Ellis Stevens slowly but surely. He may make it, he may not, but I think, you know, he'll be happy with that one. He's got a chance of a reverse grid, and that's been kind to him recently. Stevens
actually made his way past Burke now as well, so yeah, so it's Burke in 14th, Blake Hood in 15th.
Still this battle goes on with Laidler, who's going backwards a little bit, and Craft. If it wasn't for his good defending, Alex, Laidler would be in quite a bit of bother.
Yeah, I think you're right at this point.
As both of them go off the course, and Laidler's struggling big time, and Daniel Craft going, is he going to try round the outside up towards McLean's?
Oh, he does.
And through McLean's, bit of a nudge. Yeah. Stevens is there, it's going to go 3 wide into Coppice. Yes, Ellis Stevens is through.
Yeah, Ellis saw that one coming. We were just on board with Craft there. We could see Russell in the left-hand mirror. We still see him there as well.
Holding it's going to be the important thing though. He needs to get to the inside. Oh, and here comes Dan Craft on the braking, very late on the brakes. Got a tiny little tap, I think. But Stevens on. Laidler's going to lose out to Steve Burke as well.
You have to say that was a great opportunity to overtake there from Stevens.
Oh, is he going to go around the outside? It's going to struggle big time there. There's no room, Steve. Don't try that, I don't think. Yeah, and he thinks better of it. Laidler maintains that position. Battle for 5th, hotting up between Robert Fagg and Andreas Katz as well. There's not a great deal between these two as well.
Can only imagine Katz must have had, Fagg must have had a little slowdown or something, because he was right on the tail of Smolinski just 2 laps ago. All of a sudden, he's 2.5 seconds back. So Katz now, we know he put that fastest lap of the race in not long ago. So yeah, he's very, very quick out there. 5 laps to go. Oh, and he's given him a nudge, and does that send him? No, it's actually helped him a little bit. I was about to say, just about got the perfect line there with the right amount of speed, didn't he?
Katz got a good run.
He got a great run.
If he finishes this race, Alex, Katz is going to go into the championship lead. Is he going to go also into? Is he going to maintain 5th place from Robert Fagg? Very, very close. They're going to go side by side down the hill now.
So, they were for a minute, but I think
slams the door.
Yeah, I think Katz realised that he was about to get his nose chopped off there, and it was worthwhile getting out of it.
These guys are going to have to watch the incident points, Alex. I've seen a lot of smoke kicked up on in this race.
Yeah, you're right. And what also is concerning Katz is just Baker is just a couple of seconds behind right now. Any kind of mistake, and you'd have to think that Baker would have him up the inside. Not happening this time.
Look at this battle for, I think it's 18th place. Jay Wright, Jim Flanagan, Macho Amador. In fact, there's Gordon Wilson. He's just appeared. Having all sorts of connection issues. Seen his car up on 2 wheels.
Yeah, we'll focus on Jay with that.
all sorts of nonsense going on for him. Ashley Sutton's catching these
Oh,
guys.
we've got a Pete Newman media car around in
Oh,
front
it's
of
Kraft.
us as well. So what happened there with Kraft?
Don't know.
Let's see if we can jump back and just see what happened there, because obviously Kraft right up there was just tucked up behind Stevens, wasn't he?
Oh, he got turned by Rusty, I think. Oh, racing incident.
Oh, it's one of those horrible, linked together moments. Tragic, because that was a great battle as well.
And now Kraft's at the head of this train, which is even more interesting because we barely know where Gordon Wilson is. He's gone to the back of this pack. That's probably a good idea. Sutton's going round the outside of Macho Amado. And Amado is... Oh, goodness me. Not the place to have contact, Macho.
We haven't really seen too much of Ashley today. It seems to have...
and there goes Flanagan.
Manages to keep it on the track, just about there.
But you don't want to turn across Sutton there, because Sutton was alongside. And Flanagan was risking his car, risking his race. And they're both in serious trouble here. Flanagan's hit he's hit the hard concrete wall.
Yeah, and actually looks like Ashley just got disqualified with that as well.
And I think I believe that is quite harsh, because Sutton didn't do anything wrong there, really.
No, yeah, he was on the outside, clearly side by side, and Flanagan just didn't quite keep his car tight enough through the exit there, and they made contact. They got that horrible linked together moment once
Fag and
again.
Andreas Katz, Alex, are virtually pushing each other around the track. Fag's got through, and now Katz is looking for an opening to try and get his 5th place back. They're inches away. Oh! Fag's gone.
Okay, that one.
Hard into the wall.
Let's see if we can get that back from a different replay.
He's only going to lose. He's only actually going to lose 3 places, I believe. That's if he can finish the race.
Let's come up in the blimp. Actually, I'd have to say it looks more like I'll take that back completely. Andreas, there's nothing you could have done. You were on the outside, and it looked like Fag moved back over to the left just a tiny bit before taking the apex, and that's what sent him around.
Ellis Stevens up to P11. He's ahead of Burke still, and they've got rid of the battle with. Oh, Stephen Burke's going through. Stevens on with a massive cutback, huge. But is he alongside enough down the hill? He is. Look at this, they're almost touching mirrors.
Yeah, where's that MX-5 video when you need it? Come on, push his wing mirror so he can't see.
He's still there and he's weaving all around. He's definitely hoping Stephen Burke can see him. But we're on the final lap, and it's the final corner for Daniel Hunt, Alex.
Yeah, great race from Hunt. Really settled down after a few laps. He was able to pull away from Palmer. Just 2.1 seconds between them as they're coming over the line right now. Pete Newman Media team, Pete Newman Media driver of Pete Newman even, up into 3rd place. So I'll maintain that 3rd place. Malinsky comes across in 4th.
Just ahead of Baker.
Yeah.
0.3 of a second. And then it's going to be Plumley. And then it will be Steve Hefford got ahead of Robert Fagg. So Fagg lost 4 places. Not as bad as it could have been, really.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse there. No, it was just one of those racing incidents. It wasn't anybody's fault, really. Katz couldn't have avoided that incident. Fagg could have done just by keeping it over to the right a little bit, but it wasn't necessarily his fault. It's just, it's just a natural thing, isn't it? Just to try and sweep into the corner a bit more.
Dan Craft's mediocre season continues with 16th. He won't be very happy with that. Have a look who else. Laura Bond, a really anonymous race, 21st.
Robert Graham as well. We didn't really see much of Robert.
There were some quite average performances out there, to be honest, today. Even Ashley Blake Hood, 14th.
I think
what you expect from him.
We say average performance, but the issue is actually we have such a great strength of depth in this series, and
well, that's true.
We can quite easily you can get an average performance where normally it would have been like a top 10 or something.
Well, yeah, you lose. Yeah, it's like see it a lot in NASCAR, don't you, Alex? When the top guys they have a bad race and they find themselves 20th, 21st, 22nd, you know, and they may not have had a terrible race, but the others just did a lot better. What happened to Adam? We didn't see Adam.
Unfortunately, I think Adam got caught up in something in the first lap. I was slowly keeping an eye on it, and he was way down, and then managed to work his way back up a little bit. So, yes, Mr. Bath. So, tell us exactly what happened then.
I've just been looking at the chat, and I think it was Matt Walker that got into me, because all of a sudden, going into Redgate, the car just went from underneath me, and then I was facing the wrong way, and after that I really didn't mind. However, then I got hit going through the craners, and that caused the meatball flag, and then it all just spiraled out of control from there. Finished in 27th place, I think.
Yeah, you did. I mean, that's not bad considering you were facing the wrong way at the start, but you
yes, it was.
didn't hit anything, so you were fairly lucky, really. Then there was massive carnage, wasn't there, in the craners. I think it was Laura, wasn't it? And one of the Engine All Direct cars, I think, possibly got involved in that one. So, yeah, it was a bit of a mess, mate. Unlucky.
Yeah,
really?
For the second race, I'm just going to set my sights pretty low, get through the first corner without any contacts, and then hopefully can get into possibly inside the top 20, because I think I had the pace to get there.
To be honest, you're quicker than where you'll be starting. So, you know, you've got every chance to move forward. Did you enjoy it though?
Yeah, pretty cool. I was closing in on Steve Richardson for the majority of the race, but I think he picked up a slowdown or something at the end, so that could have been a good battle, but I was pretty wary of my incident count. I think I was on 12 out of 13, so just try and kept it clean for the end of the race.
For once, Adam, hardly anybody retired. When you're at the back, it always seems to happen, doesn't it?
I was like, doesn't matter that I'm in 30th place. I think I should be able to get inside the top 20 due to the amount of retirements, but no, yeah.
Alex, I believe Andreas Katz apologised to Robert Fagg for that one, so he's taking the blame for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure he has anything to apologise on that one. It's just one of those things. It definitely was a racing incident, like I say. I mean, I don't think Katz had anywhere to go. He was right as far over, and there was room, but then obviously there wasn't room all of a sudden. So,
although looking at it, he says,
just goes to show what a good driver actually is. You know, gentleman driver.
Well, he says that he did look at the replay, and he says it wasn't totally his fault. So he said, he said it was a bit of a racing incident in the end, but he still apologised. So yeah, very gentlemanly behaviour there, and that's what we like to see. Make a mistake, going up to it. So, Alex, very enjoyable race, mate. That was good.
Yeah, good race.
For a race one.
Yeah, we always seem to see pretty good races around Donington Park, and once again we've had another good one. So, it depends on what the weather's going to do in the next race, and reverse grid looks quite tasty. You've got some really fast guys coming through as well. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this next race is going to pan out. I think it could be quite interesting.
We will, but before that, we need to see who's going to be starting first for race 2.
Indeed. Let's bring my magic dice up and do our usual 3 rolls, just so you know that I'm not faking it. Right, okay, so here we go then. Who will get pole position for the second round of the night? It will be 20th.
Yeah, right.
There we go. Full reverse grid then. That's going to be quite interesting, and I
do believe.
I think we're going to have even a better race now. Actually, I think it's going to be really epic.
I do believe that last time Jay Wright was on pole position, Adam, I don't know if you'll correct me on this one. I believe there was that massive wreck at Watkins, was it?
Yeah, pretty much. I think I remember something like that. His car getting involved at turn 1 at Watkins Glen. Yeah, I do remember that. So that just makes me feel a bit more sad, because we had a full reverse grid and I could have been inside the top 20. But yeah, second race. Let's see what happens.
We do apologise to everyone judging you on your past pole position reverse grid starts, but we'll see what happens in the next race. So good luck, Adam. Unlucky for that one. Alex, thanks for joining me, and we will be back very, very shortly. So stay tuned for round 17 coming your way very shortly on BSR TV.